Well, ladies and gentlemen, it is go time. My name is Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was going to miss this.
And now it's time for our tale of the tape. It's Daniel the Miracle Man Jacobs, 6 foot tall with a reach of 74 inches. Here comes the Miracle Man himself, Daniel Jacobs. He bounced back from cancer as a 2-time middleweight world champion and has fought the best of the best in his division. Let's see what he's got for us here in this one. Conor, the Destroyer Ben, one of those must-see type of fighters coming out of the UK. The famous son of a legend who's beating his own path.
It'll be ding-ding from birth brother off.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Brooklyn, New York, introducing an acclaimed 2-time middleweight champion of the world known as the Miracle Man, introducing Daniel, the Miracle Man Jacobs. Fighting out of the blue corner, introducing from Essex, England, a continental welterweight champion, Conor, the Destroyer Ben.
We've waited a long time for this fight. It's here, and the fighters are good to go.
Todd, I'm going to stay here till the end of the night. Because if you're a fight fan like me, this is what I live for.
Under the bright lights here for this one, really good matchup, and we're hoping for a really good fight. And that's the opening bell, round 1. Good job defending the jab. Straight right just misses. Beautiful counter shot. Misses with the straight left. They exchange punches. So much pre-hype surrounding this fight, the fans are on the edge of their seats. I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Uh-oh, code red time here for Daniel Jacobs. What is he gonna do? And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Not a lot of defense here at all. Those counter punches have to hurt. One punch could change everything in this battle. Off the charts action from both of these fighters. Nice count. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Now relax. You were thinking, you were smart, you weren't loading up.
Here we go, round 2. Who's going to land the first big shot? Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. There's a counter shot. Catch and shoot. Well done with that counter shot. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. They block the hook. Oh boy, the Miracle Man now in some trouble. Don't believe what we're seeing here.
Green Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
That counter. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. And a round that seemed like eternity for them finally comes to a close.
Wow, it's like two different leagues.
Tired fight. And now you've let him back. Nice round. Good round. I like that. I'm happy. You're getting your time in. Buddy, what are you doing? Come on, switch up.
Let's get it started in round 3. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on him. That's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter shot. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. Jab misses. A perfect counter shot. Who's willing to go where the other fighter won't? A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
How about that time counter shot? Got out of the way of that right hook. Defense is not an option for these two. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. That was almost a 10-8 round, complete dominance.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Good work. You're thinking. Just stay focused.
Back at it in round 4. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Good counter punch. He misses with that jab. That counter shot lands. He misses with that straight left. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Look back in the history books. Some of the best fighters in the world were the middleweights. Yes, the glamour division is the heavyweights, we know. But I'm telling you now, you look right there, these guys are on it. Fast, sharp, powerful. But it hurts, and you can imagine that being you. They're the size of an average man.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. They got out of the way of that right hook. And he scores with the counter. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Talk about Jacobs in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
Dominance, without a doubt, made look so easy.
Mate, what are you doing? Come on, switch on, switch on. You've been coasting. Nice work. Good round.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. We both know who the bigger power puncher is. There's a significant power difference. How would you handle that?
The middleweights are the best you can ever come across. Obviously, the glamour weight is the heavyweight, but the middleweight is the size of the average man or woman. When you get in there and you're letting the shots go, you've got power, you've got speed, you've got pace. You can stand, you can dance, you can do everything. We can look back in history. You know the amazing fights at middleweight are ridiculous. That is what writes our history book.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Good looking hook, but it was blocked. Incredible work rate. Stamina is off the charts. Through the straight left, but it won't score. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. And finally, Jacobs crumbles to the canvas. And as we see it again, there's no way to get up when you get clipped with a shot like that.
I've got to see that again.
Talk about Jacobs in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to be we just saw.
Can make or break a fighter.
Get your mind back on the dress. I like that round. Good round. You feel good? Good man. Good man. Listen, you've switched it. What are you doing?
This is the beginning of round 6. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
How nervous would you get when you know you're facing a big puncher like this that can seriously hurt you?
You've got to be courageous when you're getting in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Is he going to punch himself out, though? They blocked the left there. Good counter punching. The work rate is down. The head isn't moving as well, Johnny. Fatigue is starting to set in. Whoa, Johnny! Ooh, and Daniel Jacobs just got rocked. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shoot.
Down goes Ben. As you can see, it was a hit to the head that did it. Let's watch it again.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
Final 10 seconds here, and this has not been his round for sure. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
Okay, now you're switching off. You're starting to make mistakes and you're switching off. Great. I love that. I love that. That jab's slick. He's much better. He's not in your league. Come on, switch off. Get your boxing. Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. Good man. You stay focused? Go on. Don't let him back in or anything. Don't give him no free shots. Just slow. Now, I don't want you to load up and win the round. Get back behind your jab. Basics. Just get your rhythm.
Here we go. It's round 7. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
He threw a punch and just got countered. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. They both want the knockout. The straight right just misses. The jab not finding its target. Stamina is so important for these two fighters because it allows them to use their skills throughout the match. It can all come down to who's in better shape.
Middleweight always gives us a class. If you've got 2 class middleweight fighters, you are in for action. I'm quite sure right now, if you know your boxing, there's a certain fighter, I would just say marvelous, but some fighters were unbelievable middleweight.
Be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. And he misses with that straight left. They need to be careful they don't punch themselves out here. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Ben in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
This is when you talk about championship material.
It's a bad round, but we don't care. Go out there and win the neck. Great work. I love that. I love that. A jab slick. Just keep it on the end.
And there's the bell for round 8. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Punch, counter punch. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
That right hook not connecting. Nice counter. Miss with that jab. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Todd, you know what? Sometimes when I've done in the ring with fights like that and you punch them, you just want to run. You want that spaceship to come and lift you out there because you think, what the hell am I going to do now?
Holding nothing back here in the round. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. You never know with these scorecards. That will go down as a majority decision victory.
Shows how much we know. We didn't have it like that. We thought it was a one-sided fight. But you know what? Spot on. I don't mind being wrong right now for entertainment like that. What a fight.